needed to get kicked. I'm sorry, bro, but that just needed to happen.
And they didn't throw a flag because he was right. Like, yeah, you deserve to be kicked in the head. But it's football. That's what it was. Like, it's just football again. Everybody now is so fucking soft. Nice fucking run. See what I mean? You don't get those runs in the NFL. That's a I'm better than you, fuck you, get off me type of run. He carried 43 from the middle of the play to the outside of the play for a first down. This would be a good league for running backs to get noticed too, because they run the ball a lot, which you always should. Running the ball is the basis. So running the ball is the basis of any successful team. Even in the NFL, like you have to run the fucking ball. Like even the Chiefs, like a lot of people, like they think like, oh, all they do is throw with Mahomes. Like no, like Isaiah Pacheco put up identical numbers to Joe Mixon.
Isaiah Pacheco like ran over 100+ yards in the Super Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
But I'm saying, like, if you looked at his numbers for the season, you would have thought, like, oh, they don't use him. And then his numbers were better than Joe Mixon in Cincy. And everybody looks at Joe Mixon like he's an elite top-tier running back. And it was like, yo, the Chiefs are using Pacheco. You're just not noticing it.
Because all the, because the body code shit, like, so you just like...
Yeah. But Pacheco's still cracking off 20, 30-yard runs, like 2 or 3 a game. And, like, it's like, dude, like, that dude's dangerous. And they never acknowledge him. But he brought him back in that Super Bowl. They were dead. And Pacheco was like, I got this. Little inside draw, 35 yards. Then Mahomes, a little TD, bang. Like, that's what Marshall Faulk used to do. Marshall Faulk with the Rams used to do that shit. If Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt couldn't get off, then they would dump it down to Marshall Faulk and he would make something happen. And then once they moved up on Marshall Faulk, then they had a show on turf.
Still have feelings for the guy? Well, nah, she said she had a date for the event on April, but can't go, and the guy and her are just friends now, but she still has feelings.
Did you fuck your friend? Is that what happened?
Dude.
Alright. Well, now I know about it, and now I want to know. You can't just come in here and tease.
Oh, he picked that. Oh, shit. That.
How many picks in this game? 4 now?
3 that I've seen. Yeah, that's just a bad throw. That's just a bad throw.
That guy right there, you can see the ultimate respect every it is. Or you can feel that it's got him twice last time. Brady unleashes one. Seattle gets the ball back. Down by 4 here.
Yo, the fucking Devils keep winning. The New Jersey Devils haven't been good since Martin Brodeur retired. What is going on this year?
They're living in bizarre land.
Bro, like, all year, I'm like, they're going to cool off. They're going to cool off. Like, it's not like, they're not cooling off. It's like, yo, the Devils eventually are going to have to be respected. They might be back. Hockey's one of those sports that makes you so they rebuild correctly. There you go. Got that HIV pill to your dick bill.
Just 2. Research shows the older take HIV treatments prescribed and get to and stay undetectable can no longer transmit HIV through sex. Don't take Devital if you're allergic to its ingredients, or if you take Devital, taking Devital with Devital can cause serious or life-threatening side effects. Hepatitis B can be a part of the treatment antibiotic. Don't stop Devital without talking to your doctor. Does hepatitis B can worsen or become life-threatening? Serious or life-threatening side effects can occur, including allergic reactions, left cancer buildup, and pneumothorax. If you have a rash or other allergic reaction symptoms, stop Devital and get medical help right away. Tell your doctor you have kidney or liver problems, or if you are, maybe, or plan to be pregnant. Devital may harm your unborn baby. Use effective birth control while on Devital. Do not breastfeed while taking Devital. Most common side effects are headache, nausea, diarrhea.
Most common side effects. This shit sucks. Every side effect is worse than the actual fucking drug you're taking.
Well, you're out here. You're out here globetrotting, Heather.
Alright, doing the do, baby.
Out here globetrotting. Oh, Dustin plugged his headsets back in. I think it got super quiet.
I was getting called. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no! Like I was like, wait, that makes sense. It's kind of cool that like you just touch the mic and it mutes them. Is that why you're just friends now? Well, that would have been a false start in the NFL. That tackle moved early as shit. They didn't call it. That tackle moved early as shit. That's exactly where that ball ended up, where it was caught. Or at least you were honest with him. I respect for that instead of just trying to play both sides against, like, yeah, so. What you're starting to see here is Seattle gets the no-backs and empty the set. No run back. In fact, we know how you bitches can be. Having the cake and eating it too. So I respect that you were upfront about it.
I'm gonna have to restart my computer. Something's. Am I frozen?
Nah, you're good.
Well, I'm gonna have to restart my computer. Something's going on.
Big blitz, didn't get it. Wait, you broke the group's trust.
Yeah. That sounds like some fuckboy shit. I think they're trying to play you a little bit. If you want my honest man opinion, because
Fucking grown.
I'm a fucking grown man.
Alright, I'm gonna take a piss.
Right on. Yeah, if they're fucking giving you a bunch of excuses, like, I don't know the whole situation, but if it don't sound right, it ain't right. It's pretty simple. Guys ain't that fucking smart. They're doing some fuck shit that you'll be able to tell. But I am sorry that you have to go through that. Guys are assholes. Okay. That's all I can tell you. Did you actually like? Did you hook up with the guy? Like, did you actually hook up? Like, seal the deal? Because if you seal the deal, then like he went the other way. That just means he was playing with you. He was playing with you.
I'm so confused at how people that have like no bearing on your actual life can put you on probation.
You're on probation. I don't like what you said. Shut the fuck up. Be a fucking man, bro. That's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of little boys out there nowadays. A bunch of little boys all up in their feelings and shit. Be a regular man and hold that shit in, I'm like.
Hold that shit in and have a heart attack before you go to school.
Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
She just came in. Welcome to the show. We're just sitting here talking shit, like we always do. We do that really, really, really well. It's almost like we went to college for it.
I'm a smack talker scholar.
Yeah, right?
Oh, we're smoking? You bitch!
No, I'm clearing my pipe. There was it. I'm gonna pack a new one. Let me clear my pipe.
Still a bitch. Speaking of, who else in here? Okay, I can say
what I want to say.
So certain girl messaged me on Valentine's Day.
Alright.
I don't know why.
So you happy Valentine's Day?
No, it's one of those things where you know who I'm talking about too. But I don't understand why I don't get it. Why reach out? Why apologize? Why I don't get it.
Apparently she's feeling bad about something. No.
Because I mean, she said a lot of things, and we just left it at that.
Yeah.
So within 2 weeks of me and her breaking up, it was she had another dude. He was doing all these things that I wouldn't do. He got her a puppy. He did all these things. So what the fuck happened to that?
Yeah. It'd be like that. Same thing like that. Yeah, that was like my ex. Yeah, she's all like, oh yeah, I found this guy. He's like, he might be my soulmate. I'm really thinking about having kids.
Yeah, Danielle, you're either talking shit because you're hurt or you mean it, but that's not how you get me back. I hope you and him have a great life.
Same thing, not even 2-3 weeks later, she's calling me crying, like, I go, isn't it funny you calling me? Because you want to know why you calling me is because I'm your fucking rock. You just, you know that. So what do you want me to do? You want me to go beat him up? I'm like, that's not going to do anything.
Said that to girl, you want me to go beat him up? Why are we having this?
Yeah, right? Okay. You just talked to him on live stream?
No, well then what were you stressing about? You don't really exist here.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that. I had a stream girlfriend for a little while. And you know who I'm talking about.
You know how many European girls I'm supposed to be married to?
The funniest thing was said stream girlfriend was going, you cannot go see Lindsay anymore. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, that ain't gonna happen. That's the homegirl right there. Like, you've seen her boobs. I go, who hasn't seen her boobs?
Is that what happened?
That is what happened there. And I don't give a fuck. I give zero fucks. I'll say it. I don't care. You know what I mean? She usually lurks in the background anyway. So if she's here, she'll fucking Snapchat me or something. Fucking be like, you fucking asshole.
Hi, Georgia. I haven't talked to you in fucking months. So if you are here, hi, bitch. Why the fuck can't we be friends? Because he's an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, I can tell you like him personality-wise, that's cool and everything, but his actions are showing you what he's about. I tell you what, I have an opening. I need a girlfriend. That's a joke. I'm just talking unless you don't want it to be a joke.
Oh Lord, I'm not shooting my shot, but the gun's loaded in case I have to. That's what you just said. I'm not shooting my shot, but finger on the trigger, ready to rock.
Always, man, always. Let me working the rest of the holidays, hectic schedule until it calms down.
That's just adult.
Yeah,
You
man.
don't have to deal with that.
That's the one. Like, Heather, how old are you, sweetheart? If you don't mind me asking, because I'm old ass motherfucker. 28. Yeah, you're gonna go through a couple more fuckboys like that.
Yeah, you're a baby.
Like that. Yeah. Like my best advice is just pay attention to what their actions are, not what they tell you.
My best advice is to date.
Yeah, right here, 44.
That's not what I was getting at. That's not what I was getting at all. I just meant like she'd probably be more comfortable with the guy that's like 32, 35, is more, more having shit together. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah. But even still, with that, like, believe me, the stuff I fucking do sometimes, like, the motherfuckers like, how are you fucking 44 out here staying up all night doing what you're doing, but then go to work the next day? I don't know, just young at heart. Just young at heart.
Because I'm a goddamn man. That's all.
No, that is true though. I mean, the fucking little boys would be like, oh, I can't get up in the morning, just gotta throw up.
Yeah, you might have to drag my ass to class. You never have to drag my ass to work.
Yeah, right?
Like, it's two different animals. I'll get right the fuck up 30 years deep and go right to work.
That sentence right there, what you just said right there, it's like, that is not a man. He's got a Breakers Review show.
I can't say
No, I
he's
know,
not a man.
I'm just
No, but he's probably more emotional than what you're looking for in a man.
That part.
Like, if this motherfucker could tell lilacs from lavender, I can.
I just know you smell good.
I know they're both purple and smell good, right?
Fragrance? I don't know. It's good. It's a good smell. I like it.
But if he can hint, like, oh, it has a hint of rose, like, yeah, he's got feelings. He's got some feelings.
It's quite manly. Got a good nose for fragrances. that is an oxymoron.
It is. Now I just picture like some big lumberjack guy making candles. Like he's killing grizzly bears and elks, but he's making candles.
Getting his fucking chest waxed every fucking 2 weeks. I don't doubt he's got good money. Most gay people, I mean,
Oh, you fucker! I was like, do I spit it out? Like, I felt like a girl in that scene. I spit it out.
I told you to warn me. I did. I went, that was your warning. I was trying to say something.
That's another thing about the last one I was talking about when I was saying, like, when me and her broke up, it wasn't even like a breakup like, yo, I'm done with you. It was a, hey, I don't have time to have you be my focal point right now because I have all this court shit and everything to deal with for my dad. And she just wouldn't accept that.
Yeah.
She had to be more important than my dad dying.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's obviously not his death and him dying, but like the shit that relates to it. She had to be bigger than it. It's like, that's not how that works.
Exactly. Yeah, Heather, I was just joking. I don't think he's really gay, but that was just an easy joke. That was an easy setup. So, like, that's me. These are the jokes. Sometimes, I'm not making fun of you or anything. I just, that was an easy setup.
Oh, she had to censor Armenian because all the goddamn Moroccans on you now take offense to that.
Have you ever heard a guy go, "You suck one dick one time"? That doesn't make you gay. No, that makes you gay.
That makes you gay. It absolutely makes you gay. If you thought about sucking a dick one time and didn't suck it, then you're not gay. But if you suck the dick, you're gay.
You're curious, but you're not gay.
Right. But if you actually put it in your mouth, you're gay. You're gay.
Is that why they're Armenian? Maybe. Probably, yeah. Probably.
It's all Morocco. The Moroccans feel like they're the greatest things on earth because stupid blonde white girls do anything for $10.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally why they don't like the Armenians, because the Armenians have more money than $10. Yo, I remember like when I first like signed up on like everybody was from Morocco, like everyone. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on in Morocco? Like, y'all meet up here. DC wins. Let's go.
So now they want to know that these are the first games, right?
Yeah.
But that's aside the point. I fucking love you, Heather. She's like, I'm gonna try to explain this shit to you right now. I have to be a fan of you now. Just don't stop me. It happens. Because have you seen all this? It's nothing to look at. It's nothing to look at. I can see what the hate would be. Yeah. Just always remember that Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Always remember that's words to live by. I've heard it somewhere before. I mean, it's not bad football. It's definitely not on the level of the NFL, but it's decent. It's better than college.
Yeah, it's better than it's still pro. Yeah. It's just not.
If you want to show a picture of him, I don't care. That's fine. If you want to even come up, you're more than welcome to come up and hang out with us. We usually do better with the female in the audience because then we don't go too crazy. That is not true. That is a blatant lie. Spinning. Oh, there you are. Alright. They ain't bad looking. I ain't mad at that. I mean, I wouldn't kick him out of bed. I let him give me away.
Dad? Oh my gosh. It's not.
But see, that's it. See, as long as I'm making you laugh, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care about, like, I see you're kind of feeling some type of way. It's crazy.
Oh gosh. Okay, Spam Caller is a troll. He's part of I think he's part of Harmar's group.
Oh yeah, this guy over here, the stepmom, Spam Call. Hey, that's what they call me. O-Town. Well, I'm from the Bay, but not from the O.
Jason Tatum has 55.
Oh, that's who that is? Get in the van. Are you outside? I know him. You outside right now? But you got the rope and the duct tape? You good to go? And the ball gag? That's just called. That's what that's called. Dude, I didn't even. Wait, did you get banned or something? Because didn't you have more fucking people and shit? You got banned or some shit, dude, because you be spamming motherfuckers on. Alright.
Her eye roll says otherwise.
I'm very happy with you, bro. She's not very happy with you now. Alright, forget it. Ignore him. No, you don't even read the chat.
Is she with that accent?
I'm from North Carolina.
He just wanted you to clean your room, motherfucker.
I'm in the kitchen.
See? Clean the kitchen for her.
Drive off my lawn and go get your ass over here and clean the kitchen.
I'll get the phone right now.
Oh, what are we drinking over there? We got big old mug.
Okay, let me explain. I like to reuse these jars and make tea out of it. I will drink 2 pints of tea per day.
Sun tea or just regular tea?
Well, I like to reuse these jars because my family loves Old Smoky. They buy several of them, and when they're empty, I use them.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Save the environment.
Yeah, everything in a mason jar it stays longer. So
you're talking to somebody that makes his own pickles. So no trick.
This is one of my mom's faves.
Oh, nice.
I can't get for some reason women love the salted caramel whiskeys. I can't get it.
Oh, she likes the spicy man. She likes the mango habanero as well.
Yeah, see, Papa gets it. I want that shit that puts some.
Speaking of which,
this is often sold out. they had to wait for a shipment to come in last time they were there.
Oh wait,
What's the percent on that?
never made moonshine.
100?
I feel like I'd be like I'm drinking fucking mouthwash whenever they get like the.
It's 100 proof.
Oh, I thought so. 100 proof. Yeah, that's half alcohol. That's 50% alcohol, bro.
That is, you better fucking.
We also have some vodka that's in a decanter.
Damn.
Dude, that's classy.
Well, actually, this was bought some years ago by my stepdad. It was for the whiskey, but
Yeah, you usually use it for whiskey
Yeah,
and brandy.
the Barker liquor. Have you had the Jameson Black Barrel crab?
Yes.
Alright.
Ooh, that's 100
Yeah, that's
too.
fucking.
She's going hard in the paint down here.
Yeah, that black barrel, man. That shit's
tincture to make tinctures with it, but I never got to do that because
He's
I
over
didn't.
here like, yo, we're gonna start a bonfire, like with a shot of this. We all take a
I
shot.
would like to say cheers to Rick James. Oh yeah.
There's actually more downstairs, but I'm not going downstairs in the basement.
Nah, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. We didn't come back up.
We believe.
I'm not where my parents are, and even then, they only drink occasionally.
I love that. She's like, I'm not the drunk.
But I'm not drunk. No. That and also my stepdad got a Margaritaville icy mixer.
Oh wow.
He found it at a pawn shop.
Oh my god, did he do like the full Randy Marsh from South Park?
I don't know. I've never seen. I don't watch South Park.
I'm guessing he did, or he thought it was the greatest invention ever.
I've never had ices out of it. Well, it'll be handy for warm weather. So.
Down there at the.
He's also got there's rum. There's maybe there is wild turkey. I'm not sure.
Love
Wild
Walter.
turkey's good.
Oh, there is Jack Daniels.
Well, you gotta have Jack Daniels.
Always.
No, sometimes my mom will make a Jack and Coke.
Yeah, me too.
We have like 3 bottles of Coca-Cola in the cabinet.
But yeah, it's the only thing you can really mix with other than like Sprite. You can't do Sprite with anything dark.
By the way, I need to get back to watching it. I was a frequent viewer of Bar Rescue until the pandemic happened, and then I did other stuff. But I liked watching him get angry at all these stupid people and how they're mismanaging stuff. I loved it.
Well, I get mad at him too, because like if you give me $1 million, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, right. That's how stupid they do. They're just like, no, man, look, this is the way I've been doing it. Well, obviously the motherfucking shit ain't working, dude.
Clearly, it's not working.
And one of the guys that actually didn't even change after he left ended up being a sex offender.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh wow.
I forgot which one that is. What?
Woo! Violent. Oh, violent.
Sorry, that's a Ric Flair thing.
Oh,
You should know North Carolina.
okay.
You should know.
Lives like
Yeah,
12 hours
he's
drive from us in Charlotte, I believe.
He's the president of your state.
Yeah, wise guys. They talk about him all the time.
I mean, Ric Flair's the most famous thing from North Carolina, other than Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I guess so. Jordan was overrated, if you ask me, though.
If Len Bias didn't do all the cocaine, I'd agree with you, but he did all the cocaine.
Man.
That's all I heard about growing
If
up
James
here.
Worthy doesn't get hurt in that game when he went to the first championship against my Lakers, if James Worthy doesn't get hurt, the Lakers win that fucking series. He got hurt after the first game.
Other than those two, there's Charlie Daniels and Randy Travis.
I'll take Charlie Daniels.
Charlie Daniels is good.
Although Randy Travis, he can't sing anymore. His health went down badly.
That's like, it's weird. Like how many people like artists that once they get older,
He's only in his early 60s.
they get like they either they lose their voice or they get sick and they can't sing and stuff. And then like one of my first
He
concerts.
also had a stroke some years ago as well.
Well, like same thing happened with like the national anthem for football, when the Eagles played the Niners. Like Anita Baker, one of the greatest voices in U.S. history, like Motown God, like she sounded horrible. Like she sounded horrible. It's like she's in her 70s and she was cold and like I get it. Like she couldn't hear herself and she's holding her ear trying to hear herself. It's 20 degrees outside and it sounded terrible, but she's one of the greatest voices we've ever heard. Yeah, it really sucks when the people get old and like they can't be comfortable.
That's like with Led Zeppelin. Like they were gonna try to do a reunion thing, and
yeah, dude, like Jimmy Page can't play anymore. Like Robert Plant can still sing.
No, but he can't.
Yeah, I was thinking Robert Plant still sings.
Yeah, he still sings, but like imagine him trying to go on tour and hit those notes that he was hitting when he was younger, right there. Like he can't do that anymore. Like,
No, that's why we have Greta now. Greta's doing the lead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's good. Wait a minute. Well, also, I mean,
But Greta Van Fleet is basically.
oh yeah, I've heard them. Actually, I've heard them late a lot.
Yeah.
What was I say? I mean, James Hetfield of Metallica, his voice used to be higher years ago, but it's lower.
Well, he really developed a cadence to his voice.
It was
like, his voice stands out now. Where it was higher, it was like more whiny, and it's like now it's more
baritone now.
I don't want to say like it's like a dad voice, but it's like it's a dad voice. Yeah. Like where it's like yo, and it's like yeah, I'm listening. My bad.
What happened is this is basic biology. Is his balls finally dropped?
But what happened was he got married.
I don't know. Mike Patton's been married for as long as I've existed, and his voice hasn't changed. Really.
No, some people are just blessed with where they never lose it. It's just crazy. Like, because I was gonna say, like, one of my first concerts was like the Temptations, and I was like David guys up there, and they're like doing the dances, and they're still doing everything they were doing in the '60s. It sounded exactly how they would sound when they first came out. Like, so it's just because like think about like how they had to record music back then. It had to be perfect in order to
Oh yeah, you only got one take, motherfucker. That shit was expensive. You couldn't auto-tune and later and go back and let it. No, you only got one take.
Oh, and something that I'm sad, Phil Collins can't play drums anymore.
Oh my god, I went to the last show with my mom on the farewell tour, and he had to.
I know. I know he was in a car. I think he was in a car accident years ago, and that did affect his nerves, something like that.
Yeah, that, and then he developed Bell's palsy, which like finished the role. But I was there, and it was sad. Like you could see it, like in his arms, that like his body reflex was there, that he wanted to like do things, but he couldn't.
You gotta use your everything for drums.
Yeah, his son was the drummer for the last tour, which was kind of fitting.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't the same. Like he was literally just like sitting in like a dining room table chair with the microphone, like while the whole band was doing like all this shit. But it was like fuck Phil Collins. Like what happened, bro?
You know, I just gotta make this real quick announcement that Heather is in the stream with 3 of the sexiest guys from you now.
Because he can grow hair. Right, Quest.
What's up?
Quest is over here with a huge ass boner because they do up a 7 spot on St. Louis today.
and we're 2 points away from that wild card too.
We are, but he'll be back. So gain your ground while you can. Because
everyone's like, oh my god, we're on a winning streak. I'm like, we play Boston tomorrow. Shut the fuck up. we play Boston tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, we normally do very
well.
well.
You're pesky, man. You're fucking pesky. You can beat anybody. You don't do it consistently.
Oh, we do it consistently when we need to.
Well, yeah.
And then if we know that we're out of the playoffs, we usually beat the people that are almost there to the playoffs.
That's like I was saying earlier, like with Jersey, like when the fuck are they going to cool off and come back to earth? Like, is Jersey really that good and we have to respect them now? Like, bro, Jersey's making noise. They're making noise and they will not stop.
Jersey's a different breed right now.
They are. Jesper Brott, like I have Jesper Brott in fantasy, and like it's every fucking game he has an assist. Like every fucking game.
They played Winnipeg today.
Yeah. Winnipeg's nasty too, but Winnipeg rides Hellebuck too hard.
Well, that's what it was. That's what the issue was. That was the same thing with Ottawa. They kept on pushing Forsberg, and then Forsberg got all.
Dude, y'all did the same thing when you had fucking what was
Anders? What?
When you had Lalime.
Oh yeah.
When you had Patrick Lalime, like bro, like you had Spezza, Chara, Heatley. Like how the fuck? Like how did y'all piss that away?
I think we had a better team without Heatley and Spezza. When we had Carlson, we had Hoffman, we had.
Oh yeah, let's get into the end of Alfredson when Carlson was there. Absolutely. We had Bo Horvat. Was it Bo Horvat? No. So
I knew what they were doing. They were picking up as many good players to get the last one run, and everyone just assumed it's Ottawa. Ottawa's not going to make the playoffs. If Ottawa's going to make the playoffs, they're just going to lose the first round and it's over. And blah blah blah. And Ottawa's fans are just going back to reality, right? And I'm like, I don't think so. Like I was talking to my buddies, and I'm like, honestly, Ottawa is going to have a good run. We're probably going to play Pittsburgh in the conference, and we're going to make it Game 7.
But no, I was like from like 02 to 05. I'm shocked Ottawa didn't get it done.
No, really, that was the last time Toronto Maple Leafs made the second round when they played against Ottawa.
Yeah, well, like that was the Ottawa team. That was like, yo, they were fucking nasty. They were fucking nasty.
Sports ball. I don't care about hockey. It's not even a sport. Not playing. No, actually, like
that's your San Francisco talking.
I was gonna say we could switch it.
Well, that's your San Francisco talking, where you guys sit on the sidewalk.
I actually went to a fucking one of the Sharks games, and I got to sit down fucking by the glass and shit.
Bro, could you imagine if you went to a Sharks game when they were good and the Sharks game was the hardest place to hear in all of North America?
They were good that year. When I went, they were good that year. I got blessed. One of my Mama Stoney's one of her cousins had tickets down there and gave them to me, and I was like, dude, I was like fucking 3 rows from the fucking glass, and just seeing them motherfuckers get that shit in, and being able to hear that shit like live, because when you watch it on TV, it's kind of like baseball. Like you can't, unless you're like a fan.
Dude, look at Heather over here on her wifey shit, just folding laundry while we talk about sports.
This is like when you're hanging out with your boys and you're married and shit. This is exactly what that's like right there.
Well, she's like, she's getting shit done. I respect that. It's like, I gotta get this shit done.
No, but yeah, but watching it live was totally different. That's when I actually became.
While she drinks her 100 proof.
No, it actually is tea. It is tea. I actually make it like
Okay,
this.
sure. It's tea.
I'm actually not
From
smoking.
Long Island.
So
Yeah.
Got
It's all good. We just like to pick on.
We're just talking shit and picking on you. We believe you, though.
You can just say, you can just say,
I love to do that too.
Yeah, if you drank that much of that moonshine, you wouldn't be folding those clothes. You would be the one folded. Well, she snapped it like a pro. Did you hear that?
Well, you gotta straighten out the jeans.
Not her first rodeo.
I had Mama Stoney convinced.
Oh, Quest, tell this little cocksucker to watch Chamber.
Who? Papa?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
watch
watched that
it,
shit. I started watching it, but we started watching XFL. I'm on it right now.
Oh, I knew it was going to be a good match, but I didn't know it was going to be a great match. And the thing is too is like
so personally, that's 5 stars.
I usually don't do mark voices. Like I usually just don't. Oh, kick out! I usually don't do that because I've been part of the game so long. That I'd be like,
They got me on the phone.
oh no, it was so many. No, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying
Anything.
I'm motivating you
I'm
to watch
putting
it.
it on right now.
Right.
But so the one thing that I was telling my friend who watched it earlier, I was like, you're not going to have the luxury of that timing. Where I looked at my phone and it was 11 p.m. and that kick out happened. Holy, I lost my fucking mind. Dude. I was like, it's over. That one.
No, when he did the second false finish.
Yeah.
So I got up, he pinned him, and I'm like, yeah, it's over. And then all of a sudden, I went around.
That's what I mean. That was more than 11, and I was like, okay, it's over.
Yeah, I went around the table, and it's over. And all of a sudden, kick out at 2. I'm like, no fucking way. There's no way. And the story of that match was they were giving so much people hope in Montreal that Sami Zayn's gonna win. And the reasoning. And then I'm like, and then Roman
started it. I don't have no idea what happened. I've not listened to anything. I have not been on social media. No clue what happened. I'm watching this match.
Well, you should have watched it on Saturday.
One thing I was saying is after that match, I want to throw a wrench in everything and have Randy Orton come back, fucking start some shit with Cody, so Cody doesn't get that title match, and let Sammy go over at Mania.
No.
He kind of earned that shit last. Like, I never in my life thought Roman Reigns could pull out a 5-star match ever, and he gave me one last night. Granted, Sami Zayn was a lot of the reason, but Roman Reigns should have in any sort of match. There's no way you can achieve 5 stars. You can 5 stars.
And Triple H pretty much like when they were saying everyone's gonna riot and all this and that. I'm talking to my buddies. I'm like, they need to bring out Kevin Owens. Win or lose, they need to bring out Kevin.
It's going too hard.
No, so like Ariel Helwani said it on the pre-show. He was like, when we think about Canadian wrestlers, we always think about the Harts and Jericho. And he was like, but Sami Zayn is ours in Montreal. Kevin Owens is ours in Montreal. Everybody else is from Alberta.
Yeah.
Like, so it's different. It's different. Like, the screw job is different if it would have happened to KO or Sammy than it did to Bray. It's different. They might have rioted if it happened to one of their own.
I haven't paid attention to anything in any WWE, but goddamn Carmella, hello, nurse.
No.
And I'm not doing that anymore.
No! I can name you 15 other girls before her.
I had to sidetrack you. I was running interference.
Sidetrack me. Fuck Carmella.
No, thank you.
You know what I hate about Carmella? Is that bitch has a job as a heel because they think that people really dislike her because she's a heel, when they really just dislike her.
Well, they would have caught on that when she was face.
Well, I joked with my friend yesterday. Like, I was like, yo, I'm convinced that she was part of Corey Graves' injury settlement to keep a job. Because, like, Enzo and Cass were, like, they're gone, but they were the best thing about the 3 of them. Why is this bitch still here? It has to be because he's fucking Corey. It has to be.
Yeah. And she put icing on the cake when she married him.
Oh, they're married now? Oh,
yeah. They got married like 2 months ago.
That explains it. Because I was like, yo, like, watching the Chamber, I was like, why is Carmella getting this much time? Like, what is going on with fucking Carmella right now? Like, did I miss something? Because nobody likes her. Nobody likes her. That PapaStoney is the only person.
See what I did there? Like, I riled you guys up. I just talked about her. That's fine.
Let's just talk about Liv Morgan walking to the ring. That's better than anything Carmella does on a daily basis. watching Liv Morgan walk down the street is better than anything Carmella does. And Liv Morgan's not even my number one. Wes knows. We're going to have to fight over Rhea.
I kind of like Rhea's my number 2, and Nia Jax's my number 1.
Well, my number one's actually Alexa, but I ain't seen her in a minute.
She's been around. I was surprised she wasn't at the chamber. I think she's
But my number one of all time, who isn't around anymore, is Miss Velvet Sky. Oh, fucking
I'm sorry. I had to go to the old school, and it has to be Miss Elizabeth. That was me, though. That was my one growing up.
I thought he was going to say China.
No, China, you know.
The problem with Miss Elizabeth, though, was Macho Man was going to stab you in the neck.
See, I kind of don't care about you.
You can't even say hi with
her. You can't even say hi. Like, yeah, you can't even look at her. You would have been fucked up.
What are you talking about? Have you seen this physical fucking physique right here?
Have you ever seen a guy on cocaine?
Bro, Macho Man Randy Savage had a better body than Hogan and was batshit insane.
That dude was fucking...
Macho Man on cocaine beat up 15 cops at a Waffle House.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was really 15, but he beat up a lot of cops at a Waffle House.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that is like the story will always get better. Like we'll hear from a generation from now. It's like he beat up fucking 30 cops with his hands tied, and one.
Well, I do know that Ming Haku, whatever the fuck. I know that at the Baltimore airport that he legitimately beat up 21 police officers. He also stuck his top and bottom fingers in the guy's mouth that started the shit and ripped his fucking teeth out of his head.
Damn.
He ate all the tasers. He ate all the nightsticks. Like, yeah, it was a different animal. Ming was a different animal.
That some people got that mental. They mind over matter. If I don't mind, it don't matter.
But that's a legit story. Like the
Baltimore
police is probably
it was probably PCP too.
Yeah, that's probably everything.
That was just it. He was disrespected and pissed off, and that's his size.
No, I was talking about Macho.
Oh. But yeah, like then they had the story about Ming ripping the dude's eye out and shit. And it was like, bro, with your bare fingers, just ripping a dude's eye out his fucking head.
Okay, I guess Rhea Ripley, she's just like a little hard body, little small little thing.
She ain't small, bro.
She ain't small.
No, I'm talking about like she's compact. No, she's not.
No, she's like 5'8", and she's benching like 325.
You don't understand what I'm talking about.
I absolutely do. There's nothing small about that one. That is snoo.
Well, 6'3", so I mean, it was almost a solid dude. So that's small to me.
She benches 3 of you.
It doesn't fucking matter.
That's what I'm saying. She's not small. She benches 3 of you 20 times. She's not.
Let her curl me, bro. It's all good.
We all would. I would let her curl me too. She could do whatever she wanted. Like Buddy Murphy, that's a bitch.
That's crazy too, is because Buddy Murphy dated your almost top 2, Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, sure did. Hey, he did have the cleanest frog splash other than RVD.
Eddie Guerrero's was clean too.
Not as clean as Buddy Murphy.
You know who has a really cool? Has a really clean 5-star with the height? Montez Ford.
Well, Montez Ford's special. He's a special type of athletically gifted. Like,
but he was, and I was so happy because I've seen him wrestle singles in the indie.
Like even in that chamber match.
That's what I'm saying. When they brought him into the qualification match, everyone's like, "Oh no, they're gonna lose." I'm like, "No. He's gonna
be the guy with the biggest spots in the whole match.
He's gonna be in the chamber." They're like, "No." I'm like, "You've never watched independent wrestling.
Never.
You've never seen him.
You don't know what he's capable of." Now, the most impressive thing he did to me in the chamber, not was when he climbed up to the very top and fell from the roof.
Spider-Man.
The most impressive thing that he did to me in the chamber was the 3 planchas to the outside.
Yeah.
Because it was bang, bang, bang. It was he didn't stop, think, set up. No, he just hit them. And to hit those 3 moves at that speed, your core, your strength, your endurance, like that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So, like most guys need to be like, all right, I can do that jump again in like a minute. He hit all of those jumps in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, and you had no choice. He's coming.
Yeah, it's special. He's a special athlete.
I love that the women that they go hard. Like they go hard now. It's really crazy.
Or are you
I'm already hard, yes, but you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. If you want to see that, go check out Weekends Up.
That's all I care about.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the right woman won that chamber match, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I guess because Rhea Ripley's already.
That's the only reason. Like, I was trying to explain to my one friend earlier about Bianca. Like, I love Bianca Belair. I do not like her as a champion. I feel that she should be a chaser.
No, what's so annoying about how they're writing Bianca Belair's character is making her look like the underdog.
Yeah, they're trying to write her like
she's not
a chaser.
She's not the underdog.
Not a chaser.
She's not. So when she went against Sasha Banks,
Right.
Yes, she did come from the NXT. Yes, she's a rookie compared to
Still
Sasha
better than
Banks.
Sasha Banks.
But I'm like, stop pushing her as a rookie.
Right.
Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Make sure that she's good enough to wrestle Sasha Banks because she came to that level, right? And then I'm like, okay, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair is huge, done. Everything's good. She's going to be as the top tier now. She's not going to be an underdog. And they kept on pushing her as an underdog.
They kept facing. I'm like,
and it just got me turned off that I don't even want to watch this match anymore because it's so dumb.
But then now that she's the champion, like I said, like
when she was
for so long that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but when she was she's still champion. They still push her as an underdog. I'm like, what
no, but I'm saying like her reign means nothing because
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Her reign means absolutely nothing.
And I thought for sure, okay.
And she's so good. It's nothing against her. She's so fucking good.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, H is the man in charge now. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna turn it around. They've been turning it around a little bit with her, but still.
Hey, he's got a lot to fix, and he is fixing it.
Well, the five-star match with Roman and Sammy.
I'm watching it right now.
Again, never in my life. I don't care who he was. I don't care if Roman Reigns was wrestling Shawn Michaels in his prime, Benoit in his prime. I don't give a fuck. Roman Reigns was not capable of 5 stars, and Sami Zayn got 5 stars out of that motherfucker. He got it out of him. You know who's nasty though? Fucking Walter. Or they changed his name.
Gunther.
No.
Gunther.
That dude's fucking.
That motherfucker screwed me over for $50.
Over $50, really?
Yeah. Motherfucker.
Sounds like some shit of Rick would do.
No, so it was like we had a group of guys over, and we all put $50 on the table, and then I do like to spin the wheel, and and then we so your name pulls up, you draw a number out of the hat, and then whatever number you have, if it wins, it wins. So I got number 1. I'm like, okay, all right, number 1's gonna be Cody Rhodes. Come on, and I was in Gunther. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm okay with it. As long as Cody Rhodes doesn't come to the Rumble, he'll come up Monday. But I'm assuming he'll probably win the whole thing.
The problem with the Cody pick was it was 1 or 30. There was no in between there.
Yeah, but we were trying to figure out when he was going to show up. Are they going to make him look really strong as number 1, or are they just going to rely on the crowd as a cheap pop and then do that, right? So, yeah. And then he lasted the longest. I'm like, holy fuck, he's going to win.
I didn't think he was going to win it.
He was so close.
I knew Cody was winning the Rumble. It didn't matter what number he got, he was winning the Rumble.
Well, I would have got $500.
No, I'm just worried about my money.
Because you have to remember, Cody Rhodes is another one that I never thought you would have had a 5-star match in the WWE.
That's how funny how the independent works.
Yep. And then Seth Rollins got one out of you.
Yeah,
you motherfucker. But
he's had 5-star matches.
Seth Rollins get a 5-star match jerking off. So.
No, that was funny.
If you watch
that was funny. Before she laid down her, she flipped her hair back.
Like his career is not over yet, but I have a feeling when it's over, he might be my GOAT. I love Seth Rollins. I think he's the god of wrestling right now. Well, WWE, not wrestling, but WWE. I think the god of wrestling right now is Shingo. But
you say Shingo?
Yeah, Shingo.
Amanda.
Kenny, you think it's Kenny?
Yeah. And my 2 is Roman.
No, yeah, Roman's running shit. He's definitely running shit right now. He's the best still going.
No, it's funny because the reasoning why I'm giving him at least top 2 or top 3 is because I knew where he started from, right? He could barely cut a promo, right? And you have to rely on Ambrose and Rollins.
I'm just going to put it in the chat.
He could have. No, she doesn't.
Yeah. Welcome to Crab.
She's
Crab. Stop bullshitting. You talk over everybody and cut off everybody. That's why no one wants to hang out.
This is why nobody likes you, Crab.
Hey, you'd be like, hey, how are you? I don't fucking want to hang out. This is what I want.
There's no time for small talk.
No, he doesn't think like if I'm telling a story and a thought goes into his brain, he'll just like, oh yeah, this is what happened.
Oh my goodness, you guys were, I had the greatest. I hope she comes back. She was like the greatest guest I've ever had on my stream.
Well, fuck you too.
No, because charismatically, like she was a character, bro. Like, 72 years old, and then she sees my flag, right? She goes, "So what is? This pussy on the chain wax? Like, what is that?" And I'm like, "All right, well, you gotta see the skit, and you gotta see it. There's no way I can explain it to you." And she watches the skit, and she starts cracking up. And she was like, "Okay, I get it. She didn't watch it all the way through, but she was like, I get what you guys are doing." And then she tells me, then she proceeds to tell me that this is all abbreviated because it was like 2 hours, like almost 2 hours with her on the stream. And she goes, "Well, I guess in that case, I don't think I've ever had my pussy put on the chain wax." I was like, yes. So, yeah, highlights. Gotta love it.
I wouldn't know because
You haven't had your pussy put on the chain wax?
I've never seen the skit, but I've never even dated.
You've never dated?
No.
How old are you?
Shit. I'm buying you a plane ticket right now. You come date me.
Wow.
No. Oh, okay. You recall Morgan 3000 or not? Well, I'm his one of his rotating co-hosts.
No, I don't think
I know Morgan.
It sounds familiar.
I've seen it, but I don't think I've been on there.
He does this on VTubing now. He'll put himself like an anime girl.
Nice.
He does that now on the streams. Oh, and my story on Emma G.
Oh.
I'm the one that told him to show a picture of somebody famous that I got to flirt with.
Gee, that's my girl right there.
Was it Ric Flair?
That's the homie.
No, not Emmy.
I
Not Emmy.
I was trying to pay attention. I just heard G.
okay. I flirted with Frank Grillo.
Oh yeah. So what would you do?
It was all text.
Yeah, but what would you do to him? What do you want to do to him?
Oh, actually, I actually got in a position. I had to turn it down. I was like, right now, and I was like, no, wait, it was too fast.
Oh, he was like, come over like that type thing.
Well, his cousin was the mediator.
It's the best because you're the only one that saw
I
it.
seen it. I seen you, man. I seen you. Got it, by the way.
I'm reporting for newbie.
But really, it was a nice text conversation, and
It was nice.
it gave me that serotonin boost. So.
Is that the boost they gave you?
No, really, it was.
It was up top, not down.
Well, to me, okay. Hold on, maybe I can. I don't want to say it out loud, so.
We're not everybody. Don't listen. Go ahead.
Like what?
Well, I got numbers with his cousin. Told me that I don't think you're ready for Frank.
You ready for what?
For Frank. And then I was like, wait,
Oh,
what are you
for
talking
Frank?
about? And then he said, he's an XL. And I had to ask what that was. And then I said, why did you tell me that? That is none of my business. So, yeah.
He doesn't want to see the gold wrapper till date night.
Well, actually, yeah, basically there's a whole YouTube video where I actually just explain the whole story to these people that Morgan and I have met, and the guy is hysterical. He's having a hard time breathing. And he's like, I'm on DEFCON 5, and it was hilarious. And I only let specific people see it.
Okay, I need people to understand how DEFCON works. This is
I
very
know.
harsh, by the way. The lower the level, the more serious it is.
No, I think he said we're at DEFCON 1 or 2 or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't understand that. They always say like we're at like DEFCON, like that's
And
not
as I was
serious.
just
It's 1 and 2.
And as I was just straight faced, just explaining the story, he was like, he was just he was losing it. His whole reaction made me laugh when I listened to it. I listened to it just for that alone. So yeah, it's a very interesting story.
You're gonna just leave me hanging and not give me the story.
Okay.
I got this great story. It was great one time, but you know what? But you are not gonna listen to this story because I'm not gonna give you this story.
Okay.
Let's go. I love stories. I do story time with PapaStoney. That's what I do. I can't tell you half the stories that I've been through.
Legally?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will say I was kind of well, actually the cousin was the one that called Frank and told him, I think she's ready to be deflowered. That's what he told him. And his cousin agreed. And he was like, okay, what are you going to do? And I was like, what the? Well, first off, I was kidding when I was at college. Well, I was like, call your cousin.
No, you were serious.
So and I didn't think he was actually going to call. I was like, damn, do that. And he did it anyway. And I was like, can I just wait till April or something?
You gotta put a date on it. Just wait for this. That's good. Hey, see, that's probably why you got upset. But with that, like, when somebody's like really, really interested, they're gonna put their work into you. Like they're gonna make the effort. So like, don't worry about it. You're a pretty girl. You're not pretty.
Well, I actually had to turn it down because I was about to throw up.
Yeah, no, but
just to that reaction because it was flattering. It was very flattering. But I was just like, wait, like right now, like maybe in a week or something. I mean, oh my gosh, I was like,
no, on your knees, bitch.
Hello to my new friend.
And so I was like, honestly, but then it would be offered I mean, it wouldn't be the loss, as my late friend Jake would say. It wouldn't be given to any man.
Hi, wifey.
So.
That's my internet wifey. Night dear, hear me, or some shit. I don't know. Night dear,
I was like, which one? I was like, which internet?
Which one? Shut up. I think you make me sound like a dog over here.
Well, then I actually did ask the question to the cousin some months before. Will I have to go to the ER? Like, that's the literal question I asked. So yeah.
Stop so short.
That's the innocent, sweet little girl who wants to be taken out and treated like she's not a piece of meat. That's all. That's all.
This is a guy that is 47. He doesn't look his age.
See, she wants to put out. He's just not playing the cards right.
This is true.
Let's just say probably 18 dates.
18 dates?
Or 20.
I've already seen it.
Yeah, he's seen it, man. So yeah, no, so if you want to, if you want,
it would be a maybe even then. It would probably be a maybe.
If you watch it, just look up Key and Peele, the P on the chain wax, and then you'll see why it's a joke. It means absolutely nothing.
I know it's a joke. I don't get the joke until I do it.
Yeah, you have to watch it.
We have a husky, so I have to get all the hair off of the towels.
I want a husky.
No, thank you.
They shed badly.
Yes, they do.
I do. I want one. I just want one because they talk back.
They do shed that note. They do, and
like usually that's like the biggest turnoff, and I'm like, yo, I want one that talks back. Like, you know what? You're right. Like, fuck this place. Let's go. I need a dog that's just like, fuck it, we're out.
Crap! I just told you, bro.
Yeah, like I fucking hated it. I want to go home. Like, you're right. Let's go home.
I mean, I'm sorry because motion, but I was explaining the story. Basically, in the end, and I overheard his cousin talking to Frank saying, "Well, yeah, I know you wouldn't want to force somebody to do something they don't want to do." And I was like, "Okay, well, at least he's gentleman about it, in a way." And so I had to say goodbye.
Are you a gentleman about that? Like, are you like really?
I mean, at least it's more than
forced my head down. He was a gentleman. That's
not. No, it was.
No, I know. It was online. I'm just. That's a joke. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and honestly, my friend Jake told me that honestly, go for somebody that you have an emotional connection with. Because I only talked to Frank through his. By the way, the cousin was the mediator. I'm dead serious. The cousin was the mediator during that time, and I only conversed maybe 4 times in 6 months. So yeah. Well, then again, the guy's got a busy life, and I was like, yeah. I still like him. Okay, not that, Frank. Actually, Morgan made part of his merchandise. I'm gonna go get it.
Good times.
I got this magnet.
Second wifey or third wife. I don't know which wifey you want.
2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I lost count. That's funny. Thank you.
That was all Morgan.
Yes, because that's Morgan's little anime character.
He photoshopped the picture when you found your waifu in the season. Here's the thing. I bought it for inspiration. Now. No, really, not that kind of inspiration. I don't know, just something to make me happy.
I love how
something to look at or something. Or make me smile when I wake up or something.
Yeah, million. No, we're not talking about the million account.
And I was shocked that Morgan went ahead and did this. And I was like, Morgan, why did you do that? And he was like, there needs to be more Frank memes. And I was like, okay.
It's a lot of gas, Cosmos.
A lot of gas.
No, that's not. Brad Pitt ain't Italian descent. So.
Oh, Brad Pitt was absolutely on the gas for Fight Club.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. That's what I look like when I look at myself in the mirror. It may not be true.
Yeah, that's your illusion. I'm shocked that I was like, Mom, I'm getting this to help Morgan with money. That part of it. He also has made a T-shirt that has Joey Diaz on it. Said, when you're listening to all the alt rock, like the old rock stations, and they're playing music from 2001, and it's nothing but Nickelback, and it has his face that Joey Diaz is doing.
I don't want to talk about that whole argument I had the other night when I had the classic rock station on my way to work, and they played Korn and Green Day, but they played shit from like their most recent. Like I was like, wait, you should be playing shit from like Blind or something like that. Like play Life is Peachy shit or play Dookie from Green Day. Don't play fucking American Idiot shit. Like what are we doing? I was so mad. Like, that's not classic rock to me. Classic rock to me is like the Doors.
It shouldn't just be including PapaStoney. It should be especially PapaStoney. The man, the myth, the legend.
You ain't special. You're just.
My mom told me I'm special.
But yeah, Morgan has good merch. He's got good merch. I even showed it to my guy friend that I have feelings for.
No, don't sell out. Don't sell out the PapaStoney. Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck PapaStoney.
My mom thinks this is funny.
You guys are just jealous because I'm sexier than you guys.
And actually,
Well,
I had to tell my mom. I had to
know
tell
how-
my mom after all of what that I was going to prank again. I told my mom about it, and I told some other people this. And you told your mom? I was like, I didn't tell you everything.
You left the juicy stuff out, but you just told her.
Well, I told.
Well, yeah, but you still told his mom though, which is like, dude.
That's
Well,
weird.
I mean, I was like, she said, well, honey, why didn't you tell me about this? I was like,
Yeah, because why are you telling me about this? It's like, she's absolutely correct. Why are you doing this?
she's my mom, and if there's anything I need to ask her about for advice, I come to her because.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, because that's not even
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying from your mom's perspective, you're like, fuck, I was never expecting a question like that.
I was shocked. I was expecting her to high five me actually, and she didn't. So I did it for her.
Regardless of how you feel as a woman, no parent wants their kid to get fucked.
That's not what happened though. I recorded
No.
that.
See, we go to the extreme. You gotta understand. We go to the extreme. So like,
Okay.
we know that you didn't do that, but
Oh, no, her mom absolutely
That's
thought
what she
that.
thought. No, definitely that's what she
No, conversation. It was just No, I barely leave the house except for work and whatever errands. So.
yeah.
He was like, she sucked a dick on the way to the office.
But my mom, when I told my mom, she was just kind of like, okay, about just the fact that she knew that I told her about the person I kind of know was a cousin of Frank, and that I didn't even go seeking out for it. It just happened. So.
Sorry, she said she's having an anxiety attack. Go ahead, I was listening.
Oh, that was it.
I want to know more, actually.
But yeah, I mean, it's not like I was going out, even though I think Frank really was good. I didn't seek him out. I just happened to come across somebody who related to or knows him, and I was taken aback by that. And let's just say I hope Frank got the message to tell Bruce Willis. I said hi and thank you for his career. He's the man. So hopefully he relayed that message. Is probably not going to remember it, but still, I don't know. That's all that mattered to me.
Don't worry about Bruce Willis. Was it your favorite actor or what?
I share a birthday with him. He's awesome.
I don't know when Bruce Willis' birthday is. When is Bruce
March
Willis'
19th.
birthday? What?
March 19th.
March 19th. All right.
Sadly, it's also Harvey Weinstein's birthday.
The American Hero? I'm writing a book about him, actually.
Why don't we lead with that? Your birthday twins with Harvey. Why do we have to use Bruce Willis? Why don't we say Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah, let's ignore that name. That name should be erased from.
I mean, if you look at Weinstein films and everything they put out,
The person is horrible.
Well, you have to erase everything connected with
I mean,
that.
I'm not gonna erase what he did, but
Had he not tried to have sex with all those people, he could have probably not made.
Well, I'm just
Yeah, I mean,
as devil's advocate right now. If Michael Jackson did everything he did, like you have to act like he never existed.
I haven't seen that documentary.
Michael Jackson didn't do anything though.
Because he didn't do it. Like,
Yeah, and Corey
he wasn't
Feldman is
capable
trying to
of doing
take
it.
over
Now,
work.
did Michael Jackson take those kids to an amusement park and have the best time of their life? Absolutely. Is that creepy for a 50-year-old man to do? Absolutely. Is it creepy for a 50-year-old man who was mistreated for 50 years? Not at all. Not at all.
What about Corey Feldman? He's weird, sadly.
Well, Corey Feldman was getting butt-fucked by guys like Harvey Weinstein and Charlie
Well,
Sheen.
although he's like one of those people that
Charlie Sheen definitely fucked Corey Feldman.
I
Absolutely.
kind of question
I'm going on
that.
record right now to say that Charlie Sheen fucked Corey Feldman. This is what we're doing.
Yes, I'm going on record to say that Charlie Sheen fucked Corey Feldman. Yes.
Are we in
No, I just wanted to hear him say it.
No, because in court it is on record that Charlie Sheen fucked Corey Feldman. So I will co-sign that. Yes, that absolutely happened because it's on court record.
It's just that Corey Feldman's life has been sad, and I know there's trauma related, but if he's in
No, there was drama, right?
No, I mean, really. I mean,
No, because he was trying to pin all that shit on Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey was like, no, the fuck I didn't. And then like Charlie Sheen was like, it was consensual. And then they were like, well, that's not illegal. And then Kevin Spacey got off and all that, but Kevin Spacey didn't do it.
crazy enough, John Bernthal had a personal story of his interaction with Kevin Spacey, and he thought, I mean, he was kind of
Oh, Kevin Spacey's absolutely gay.
I mean,
He's absolutely gay.
That's been
or buy or whatever you want to say, and like, he definitely uses his power. Like,
yeah, I know. It's been a secret. It's been sort of an open secret for a long time that
The new word is non-binary.
yeah, PC talk.
But in the cases they were trying to pin on Kevin Spacey, nah, bro, because everyone knows how he operated, and it was like,
oh,
that's
not
how
John
he operated.
Bernthal. Until he found out, and then he was like, really? And then he said that the way I don't know. He was interviewed on Jim and Sam, and it was interesting. Let's just say that. And there was somebody else that said, "Oh yeah, Kevin Spacey had to do with underwear or something." I can't remember the whole thing. Sorry.
Had something to do with underwear.
Had something. No, I know what she's talking about. Had something to do with him wearing tiny whities.
Maybe I don't know. I think it was something that he told. God,
like he walked into a room like it was supposed to be a professional thing, and he just walked in his tiny whities and shit. Like,
how you doing?
Now I gotta rewatch the interview because now I gotta remember what it meant, what the context was.
Are they really just gonna let Brock let? No, they're not gonna do that.
What's up, country lady?
It's amazing that Kevin Spacey's kept most of his life private, but how did I find out about him being out or something? I found out through Reddit. Reddit
no, it's
years
just like
ago.
John Travolta, like when it came out with John Travolta, like, oh, John Travolta's like fucking gay, and everyone's like, we know. John's like, no man dancing like that. That's great. Like, we all knew John Travolta was batting both ways, and everyone was shocked by it. Like, what? That shit was obvious.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, well, didn't he get ate by Steven Seagal?
No idea.
I was trying to make a joke.
Probably did though.
I hope he didn't get.
All I know is nobody can beat up Chuck Norris from what I read on the internet.
Oh, there's a few people that could beat
No,
up.
I read it on the internet. So
Jack Bauer?
I just read it on Reddit. Chuck Norris.
I don't know. There was like an old.
Now, when you have cameras writing and a director that can say cut, he's undefeated. There's quite a few people that can whoop the fuck out of Chuck Norris.
Well, I mean, there was on a Yahoo Answers from years ago. This was probably back when.
I'm anti-Chuck Norris because he tried to steal my mom's wedding ring one time, and so Chuck Norris and I got problems. My dad had problems with him too, but my dad would have fucked him up. So,
Okay.
like, my dad was wrestling bears and breaking 400 pounds of ice with his own. Like,
Yeah, I beat up your dad. Hey, crap! I beat up your dad one time. He didn't tell you about that. He was really embarrassed by it.
Yeah, that never happened.
I was like 2 years old. I was like 2 years old, and I
tried to fight my dad for the time, and that was when my dad respected the fuck out of me for it because he knew I was going to get bodied.
Okay, I'm just wondering because there was a Yahoo Answers from probably the late 2000s. We're going way back here, but there's this whole. It has to do with who would beat Chuck Norris or who would win in a fight. And these guys were in their high school and they were having an argument over it. Jack Bauer versus Chuck Norris.
And has all the resources.
And I was like, I don't know about that. Let's go to the guys.
Well, I'm just saying, in a real fight, Kiefer Sutherland would get his ass kicked by Chuck Norris.
But Jack Bauer, the character, though, that's...
Well, yeah, that's like saying, if you didn't kill John Wick's dog, you could beat him in a fight, but if you killed his dog, then, well, you have no chance.
If you come on a personal level, that's an ass whipping. If not, you're good to go.
I think somebody said...
Like, John Wick's like the most ruthless dude ever because you killed his dog.
Oh, I do know somebody else said in a different comment section that Jack Bauer would definitely beat Steven Seagal.
A lot of people would be like, Taco Bell would beat Steven Seagal.
Really? That's what they did. It was disqualification. I hate their faces.
There was disqualification. Oh, you're talking about Brock? Yeah, man, we ain't talking. They need to fight for. Well, the reason they won't fight for real is because Brock will get his ass handed to him.
Lesnar?
Bobby Lashley would beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar in a real fight. That's why they haven't done it yet.
Oh, they're saving that for.
They had all the chance to, like, dude. No. Dana White offered million, like, dude.
Actual UFC, like, okay.
Yeah, Brock knows he's going to get his ass whooped by that man for real.
Yeah.
So Brock he's an athletic freak of nature, absolutely. That's all he is. That's where it stops. He's an athletic freak of nature. Bobby Lashley is an ex-Army Ranger, ex-Special Forces, an actual freak of nature. Like, Bobby Lashley could clear whole buildings by himself.
I remember one time I was at a club with Bobby Lashley, and I told him to put his head down. Put his head down. It'll be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy that just says, "Look, I beat up everybody, bro." It was that one time.
It's not possible. It's not possible. Like, even Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather has a 50-0 record, but there's 3 fights where we're like,
yeah.
like,
that's why he waited out fucking he waited out fucking Pacquiao because he wanted him to slow like like.
Wait a minute, Pacquiao
it
won,
would
right?
have been a better fight.
No, Pacquiao was easy.
Wait a minute, he won in 2011, right? Against.
Yeah, he beat
Okay,
Pacquiao.
yeah, because Norm Macdonald, comedian Norm Macdonald did make a bet on it, and he did it on his sports show on Comedy Central at the time.
Oh,
but
yeah,
he didn't get all of the betting money. He only got like a certain percentage. I was like, that's messed up.
Oh yeah. No, some of them have that fine print shit where they do that. They take a percentage of your winnings, and you have to be real cautious of it.
America.
He
Yeah,
also.
read all the terms and conditions. South Park made a whole episode about it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
There's a reason why they tell you the terms. They agree to the terms, and then they make it so fucking long that you don't want to read it
Well,
over.
not only that, but they use lawyer talk that
you
makes it
gotta read it.
difficult for
You
people
gotta
to understand. I'm like,
That's
I get
why
a lawyer. I mean, seriously, it kind of seems like.
That's why you bet under the table.
That's what I was saying about like
I will say though, MGM won't come bring
Yeah,
you.
when I was getting arrested by the fucking punk ass cops, I told him I was like, man, the way I think about this and the way I feel how you're acting right now, you guys are just being assholes to me because, in my personal opinion, you guys are fucking not doing your job right. And I'm telling them all this, dude, and they're waiting for me to say like, fuck you, you're a fucking dick, because that's assault, it's verbal assault. But because I kept saying in my opinion and how I feel, these motherfuckers are getting heated, but they couldn't do nothing. And that helped me even in court. I beat the brakes off that case. It's just funny how you can get away with shit if you know how to talk to them. That's your legal fucking advice for today from the ghetto.
Right from gambling to your case.
Well, I mean, I catch a case if you don't want to beat somebody's ass because you lost your money.
Sounds related.
No, I'm just saying, I'm saying, like the fine print, that you don't pay attention, Quest. If you were paying attention, you would know what I was doing there.
Well, it's hard to pay attention when people are just. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm
No,
listening.
I'm just saying, like there's fine print for everything. As long as you know how to maneuver it, you'll be okay.
I just remembered. There's one thing I regret not asking Frank.
What?
What was it like working with Mel Gibson? I mean, I didn't get that scoop, so I wanted to know. So, and I'll never know. Oh man, why?
What did you work with him on?
Boss level.
So I was about that's.
Like Braveheart Mel Gibson seemed like a cool guy. Passion of the Christ Mel
He
Gibson.
just
not
directed
so
it.
much.
All he did was direct it.
He went on a whole Kanye tangent about the Jews. And
Actually,
everything
that was
else.
his drunkenness. And actually, there's a bigger contest with when the man is in his bipolar episode, he's gonna say stuff that he probably wouldn't say.
No, that's just not being drunk.
No, it's called I Want That Excuse if he gets to have that excuse.
Actually, he's not a Trump guy. He ain't even a Trump guy. That's the thing.
Like if I can just say
I mean, I thought
thing
people
I
would
wanted to
forget
say,
about it, but
my
yes,
bad, I
they
was
forget
drunk.
about it. I forget about it. I understood the whole context of what he was talking about.
Crab, this is really water. So
Right.
when everyone's like, "Oh, you must be drinking," yeah, that's why I was drinking.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I was drunk.
And besides,
Some
the
good water.
ADL doesn't represent all of the demographic that they are. They just want to get money out of being victim or claiming as victimhood and all that. That's the thing. And the ADL, not only that, but the ADL, seriously, Morgan told me this. He went to a high school. One of his high schools had a Holocaust survivor speaking, and there were representatives of the ADL there, and he said, he wanted to go up to him and say, I know what you did. Because 5 years ago, Rugrats, Grandpa Boris, the way that Grandpa Boris was depicted in the cartoon, got slammed by the ADL as like Jewish stereotypes or something. But here's the thing. The co-founder of Cops, whatever it is Jewish. So you're going after your own. Why? See, that's what doesn't make sense right there. So, again, there you go. They don't represent everybody. They claim to be, but they're just making it harder for them. So.
Yeah, but then at the same time, first off, for number one, Jewish is a religion. It's not a race.
Ask the Zionists. They kind of. I've seen that's.
It's not a race. So like, if somebody becomes a Jew, because I could go be Jewish if I go do all the things that they need to do.
Then that brings the whole issue of it's going to depend on who you ask about it.
Well, I mean, like somebody might do that just to carry the thing. The thing with all that kind of stuff is like it's try to carry favor with certain things and try to make yourself look good. Like, it's a popularity contest. All that fucking shit now with politics. Ain't nobody doing shit.
Well, it's the same with the what is it called? It's a fraternity that went after this ad that showed rappers with some Sopranos lookalike guys for the New York lottery from years ago, and this representative of this anti-defamation group that's for Italian Americans was outraged by it, but most of them didn't care. The Italian Americans didn't care about it.
Oh yeah,
but
for the most
well,
part.
see, the thing is that's the thing. I mean, there are people that are
We got our own
advocates.
fucking problems.
The thing is, it's these groups that claim to be advocates for groups, but the people themselves are saying, "Stop representing us. We're fine. Stop making us make a big deal out of everything." And plus, I mean, hey, at least it wasn't like they're being called the N-word, because Italians used to be called that, which is amazing. I don't know why, but then again, that's a lost Anglo-American thing. So I know that it's.
And anyone that was a little bit of brown was
right.
N-word.
That is true. And let me
The
tell you.
Irish at one point were referred to as like below, and I was like,
Well, that's because the potato famine when they came was immigrant, and we knew what was going on. So the potato famine was not a crop disaster.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, there's all of a sudden they couldn't grow potatoes, or but like, no, it was the fact that the Brits decided to
they
sabotage
did.
all of
That
their
is
stuff
true.
and then take everything that they had in reserve, like, and they didn't fight for it or do anything.
That's not what's going on right now in parts of the world.
So
So yeah, it's actually no different.
they were treated some type of way because they didn't fight for what was theirs, and they just decided to give it up.
I mean, not all.
That's why
Well, I
we
mean, a lot of their children were dying, and the children that they had, they couldn't keep them all.
because they wouldn't do anything about it.
All I gotta say is I didn't cross the border crossed me.
Hey, the border crossed you for a bench player at $11
Okay, baby. That's why when they say build a wall, I was like, we're gonna get to build that wall, motherfucker.
Well, they're not going to build all. They're not going to build complete walls.
They haven't been fucking running across the border for years. They go to the underground tunnels.
Well, the thing is, you're not going to make a whole border wall in the center of the Rio Grande because it's the river. And besides, it won't. Some places will have a. I think should have a wall, but other places like that. That's the issue. It becomes basically basic border security. That's all it is.
It's way easier just to tell the mercenaries that you won't get indicted. Just don't let us hear about it. It's way. That's what they're doing. They're basically just just
You're
don't
talking about
tell
the
us about
coyotes that smuggle people?
No, the coyote.
No, I'm talking about the border wranglers that fucking shoot them on sight and just fucking leave them there, and no one talks about it. Because why? Why talk about it?
I don't know. Theo Vaughn had an interview with a border agent. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, they drop them and leave them and just go to the next one, like, because they don't want to deal with the
Well,
bullshit.
also, the Border Patrol has their hands tied because they're having to deal with a lot of people that have families.
Oh no, it's not the border patrol. It's actual like Texans and Arizonans and New Mexico that are going into their backyards because they own the land and they're fucking shooting these people. And you're allowed to legally shoot someone on your
Well, I
land.
mean, that becomes a legal issue and also more common. And by the way, these aren't just white people. They're also, well, white.
No, it's just people that own land. Like, you can't come into
Well,
my
that's what
land.
happens
Like,
when
fuck you.
security,
Excuse
well,
me.
just proper
This is
enforcement
an Mexican
isn't
land
enforced.
first.
That's just the whole issue of why.
Well, last I checked, my check clear, so it's my land now, and I'm going to put one in you. I am legally allowed to do it? Fuck yeah. Let me pick one that I want to put one in you.
Well, honestly, I kind of wonder if that's a way of some of the people making it legal to do that in order to trap and cause issues. That's a theory.
Well, but that's what the thing is like, so the reason they couldn't build the border wall is because all the people that own land that touches
Oh,
the
yeah, that
border,
too.
they would have to buy and make them, so you can't force Americans to sell their shit. Like,
But
you're gonna have to come take it from me, bro.
It's been kind of done before. Eminent domain has been kind of enforced, though, hasn't it?
No, they allowed that to happen.
Yeah, you had to basically agree to it.
Like, every single American has the right to just fucking
basically
defend
you're
their
getting
shit.
a
Well, I mean, what if they're
compensation
doing eminent domain to make a new development and they?
No, if it's your shit, it's your shit. They have to, like, they try to buy you out, and then they try to push you out, and then you're like, no, I'm not, so then it gets dirty. But if it's yours, it's yours. Like, you're not renting it or anything, you paid for it, it's yours.
Oh,
You can't
wait,
take it
hold
from
on. Okay, maybe. Okay. Anybody familiar with Angry Grandpa, the late Angry Grandpa, on YouTube?
No.
I mean, not familiar with the streams, but I know who the name
Well, he
is.
wasn't a stream. Well, I mean, he did stream a little bit, but him and his family, they lived on a trail park for a long time. Thing is, Governor Nikki Haley at the time decided to just sell it off and give it to Boeing and make it.
Oh, yeah. And they dump, like, all the fucking, like, the 747, like, cabins and everything into the rivers and shit like that.
It's just a parking lot now. I don't even think they did more with it. And also, this displaced a lot of people that couldn't afford to have their trailers towed, and they ended up basically having to leave and nowhere else to go, and they can't afford rent. I think maybe that's legal because they were renting; they weren't really owning anything. That's just. I mean, they went to a different trailer park, but it's sad that and there was wildlife there, and they destroyed it. And whatever Boeing, which is like a defense contractor because they made a lot of money.
No, dude, Boeing's huge. And especially in North Carolina, because you have Camp Lejeune and shit, like Boeing's huge.
Oh, don't get me started on the Camp Lejeune. I've been seeing ads for, do you or loved one know somebody?
Oh no, yeah, my uncle and cousins grew up there. Like, I mean, like they've been there like.
Do they have adverse health effects?
No,
Well, it depends on
but
the
I
time.
would like, as fucking dumb as my cousins are, I would say, yeah.
Because that's actually an ongoing like settlement going on for those wanting compensation for medical issues because of.
Oh yeah, because the water or some shit.
Well, that's the people. That's what people of East Palestine have to deal with now in Ohio, and I'm so angry about that. I hope that people give hell over it.
That's like when hey hella blah. That's like when fucking when they what was that fucking Gasland, that one documentary when they started showing all the water being fucking put on fire and shit. But it's like, oh, that's fake.
No, it's
Fire
right.
catches fire. I'm pretty sure water is not supposed to catch fire.
That's if oil is on it. That's
Not
what
if
we catch
it's
on.
methane or whatever, like whatever it was.
It is oil. It's derived from oil. Methane is.
Just like that shit in Ohio, like they boil the water, all the plastic comes to the top. Right?
Well, the thing with vinyl chloride and some of the other stuff that was found in the waters, it's not something that will float to the top. It sinks.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like extremely difficult to clean, and it angers me that there are people that are being told by the EPA, you can go home now, and I'm like, no. When you see animals dying, and that's when I cried. I was like,
I mean, if you're in the state of Ohio, you
well, a lot of
deserve
people
to
in
just
Pennsylvania are being infected too.
wiped anyways.
I know, but people are going to have.
Like, if the state of Ohio was turned into a crater to make the Great Lakes bigger, the world would be better
Well,
off.
the Great Lakes will be taken with that water. But then it's affecting. This is going to have the
I'm not gonna say that and argue that.
The greatest thing in Ohio is Joe Burrow, and he ain't even from there. Like, even fucking LeBron left there, and he's like their god.
Oh, wait a minute.
Fuck
I'm
this.
thinking of the Cleveland ad. This guy had 3 DUIs, and then, but at least we're not
Yeah,
Detroit.
that's Ohio.
I was like,
That's Ohio. Like, yeah, he's got 3 DUIs, still trying to drive while drunk. Yeah, that's Ohio.
and I was like, but at least we're not Detroit. That was the Cleveland
At
thing.
least we're not Detroit.
That's what it says.
That's funny.
And I was like, you know what?
You want to make a good investment because all these rich motherfuckers out there buying land in Detroit? That's the next one that's coming up. I'm telling you right now.
Let me guess, Vanguard and BlackRock. Because I'm sure they're buying that. It's a negative. Like more and more.
But I don't know what kind of it.
It's going to get to where these companies are actually buying land off and making rentals from places that could be owned, to where people won't own, will have less owning power now. It's evil. What better way to do it than to cause a ghost town? And we actually had a close call with a like 40 minutes from us. We had a derailment by CSX. There were no spills though. Thank God. Because that would upset me so much. And I'm like, anything involving the water is what terrifies me.
Yeah.
Because I like our well water. We have good well water. It's not municipal
Well,
water.
I have the luxury of living on the Potomac River, so everything is like filtered through that, and like it's only for local, so it doesn't go through like I don't live around many people, so it doesn't.
Are you
it
in
doesn't go to
Virginia
a
or
bunch of
Maryland?
people. Maryland. But I'm literally right across the river from Colonial Beach, Virginia. Like, I'm like the Potomac River is right out my front door to like 100 feet to my right.
Do you see any snakehead fish?
Oh yeah, we
don't
both
fucking tap, motherfucker.
Yeah, we bow hunt for them. We go out on the boat with the lights.
Do y'all
and
eat 'em?
Fucking put the string on.
Yes!
Yeah, fuck yeah, we eat them.
Yeah, if only.
Fuck yeah, snakehead nuggets fucking go hard.
I like it.
What are we eating?
Snakehead.
They're invasive.
They're invasive because the goddamn Asians
Whoa,
decided
whoa.
to let them.
No, it was the exotic market, I think.
Well, yeah. But in Asia, they are a delicacy, and they wait
I
till
know,
they grow
but
like 3 to 5 feet.
This is like the
But
whole
we don't do
Florida
that
thing.
here. We see a snakehead, we eat that motherfucker immediately. We don't care how big he is. There's no rules. Like, so we don't have like so other fish like trouts. Like we have a limit on trout.
Well,
we
they
have
have to be
a limit on
protected.
trout.
But anything invasive, you can.
Yeah, like there's. Yeah, like but the snakeheads, like it don't matter how big they are. You can take that bitch home.
What is it?
That's
Okay,
fair game.
We're talking about eating snakes.
a snakehead. What is the
They're fish.
closest to
They're
other fish that tastes like?
Snakeheads?
I mean, I've had flounder.
Oh, thank you very much.
I had
The
bass.
closest thing would maybe like haddock.
I don't think I've had.
but it's not as like Snakehead's way meatier. But like taste wise, probably had it. It's just so Snakehead has like the texture and consistency of Gator, but it doesn't taste like Gator.
I've had Gator before, and Gator actually tasted more like pork in a way.
Right, Gator so Snakehead has that same texture and consistency, like, but it doesn't taste like Gator. It tastes like cod or haddock. But it's very thick and meaty and chilling, and you're like, oh, I get it.
Oh, yeah, dang it! You know, my dad used to talk about the snakeheads over the Potomac River. Of course, he also made a joke about the liars in Washington and how why can't they be dumped in there? I mean, there's that. I mean, but he talked about it. And I was like,
they can feed the crabs and the snakeheads. I'm all about it. A lot of people are like, why are the crabs sweeter in Maryland than they are along the Gulf Coast? It's like, well, probably because of the bodies, and I'm not kidding. It's probably because of bodies.
They say that people.
Like, our crabs are actually sweeter than everything on the Gulf Coast. And they're all the same crabs, but there's a reason for it, and the only thing that makes sense is the bodies.
So basically, it's the thing is, according to certain people that I've heard from.
According to cannibals, humans taste like pork.
Well, also, the skin is used in similar consistency in forensics, but they don't sweat. That's the only difference.
Well, yeah, and it's like even in tattooing, they use pork skin to tattoo.
I know, you're good. You don't have to say much. Yeah, we have enough people saying a lot in the chat. We gotta fight for airtime.
Oh, and speaking of censorship, Susan Wojcicki resigned of YouTube.
Is she like the president?
She was the CEO of YouTube. She resigned. She got subpoenaed by Congress for stuff. But the new guy.
Well, I mean, they're owned by Google, so.
Damn, I got 10 minutes
left.
But
my friend Morgan was happy about it because there was a YouTuber he loved that got blocked or his channel banned on YouTube because he went after her and was critical of her and a bunch of other stuff, and he did edgy stuff, and he got taken off.
Thank you for
so Morgan was celebrating with a.
What would she do to Morgan?
No, it was because she bothered somebody that Morgan liked.
Again, what did she do to Morgan? So, mind your business, Morgan.
Mind your business.
Oh my gosh, I know that reference.
We got 9 minutes. I'm gonna run this back. I'm gonna come back live. We got 9 minutes left. I've been on for 6 motherfucking hours, and we're gonna run this shit back. I don't care.
And I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
She said it. I gotta.
No, I actually do. I have to.
It's 12:30. It's alright. It's not the first time. Won't be the last.
But yeah, my guy friend. I like my guy friend. He's really nice.
Just your guy friend. That's what we're gonna call him.
The picture I showed.
I know it.
Not this guy. I mean.
No, I know. The one off your phone.
He's so flustered. She really likes him.
Well, I really like my guy friend, and he's aware that I've never, and he respects me for that actually. I mean, he's first generation American of Armenian and Russian parents, so you can't get more traditional than that. And he's close to his family too. I love that. I especially love that too. And he's not as shock jock, joking as the others of the group are, and I appreciate that. I don't get a hard time with him. Well, that crap wears me down. And we have similar views.
Thanks, Obama. Wait, sorry.
I mean,
just playing as a joke. Hello, got it.
Well, he was very helpful in the back and forth when I was sick after working beyond my physical limits on the holidays in retail. Seriously, that's just the worst time. It's retail on the holidays. Although I got fat checks because of it, but my body was just. Oh, there was one day where I just slept for the whole day straight, and I still didn't feel like I got enough sleep.
Yeah, I've done
there were certain people that didn't want to work.
I've done that stuff through the whole day straight, just for other reasons, but I have done that.
And also, the worst part is dealing with the older women. Now, in my experience, when it comes to retail, older women to me seem to be the most rude.
Oh no, it's like I've seen the younger, when they interact with younger women, it's like they have backhanded compliments. Like, you're so pretty.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you thinking of like the Marie Barone?
I'm just saying in general, like I've seen it. It's just because like they will say like I heard it, and I sometimes I try, I'm like, did she just say that? Like, she just complimented her a little bit, and then she just fucking totally took that shit away.
Well, the older women win now because now their whole argument's like, I got a husband because none of you new bitches can get one.
I mean, yeah, there's other men that are born, future men that are born every day. So,
There's future men born every day. You always get another one. They just throw us away. See, crap, they just throw us away just like that.
Well, they always bitch about how society is, but they get to pick who they fucking get to breed into society and raise. Like, you created this.
I mean, talking about the women that are very unreasonable, I understand because, and my mom has dealt with women like this that she's worked in the past, and these one of the people are older than her, and they act like teenagers.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes left.
My mom has no business with that.
That's how I talk when I'm in bed. We got 5 minutes left.
You got 4 minutes left.
Actually, there was this one guy. Actually, I didn't ask him that. I approach him and ask him, but I was too focused on my job. Like when I was in there for a month, he quit. I wonder if it's because he's been insulted by some customers. There was one woman. He just got in furniture, and she was like, "Okay, I need somebody to help me return this pallet in the back of my car." And but the thing is, he just got there. He has to clock in. He has to count his change and all that. And she was giving him a hard time. And then when she came up to the front, she said, "Ain't holding me." And I was like, "Okay." I didn't believe it for a second. You could just tell with her. And then I was like, "Okay, you're welcome, ma'am." And as she left, then the MOD, who's a guy, said, she's something. And then the guy in the department that quit later on, he said she's a bitch. I laughed at that because I agree with him. She had this. You know how there are people that they feel like you don't want to be around them, but you have to do it.
Their entitlement is an entitlement.
Yeah.
Like way back in the day, like I was like 19, I was working in electronics for Target. And I'll never forget this shit just because of how ridiculous it was. But this lady came in like during holiday times, and she was looking for like a violin or like a cello like for her daughter or whatever. And I was like, "Ma'am, you're in Target."
Yeah, where are you going? Go to a music store.
Like a music store.
Exactly.
And so like she like asked to speak to the manager and shit. And, like so I called Rich over, and Rich was like, "Can I help you?" And he was like, he was very rude to me. I asked him if I could find a violin, and he said that you're in Target. And Rich was like, "Ma'am, you are in Target, and why would we have that here?"
He's one of those on your side managers. Yes,
No, but it was funny because like she was like, "I want him, like you shouldn't talk to me that way," and blah blah blah. And she was like, "I'll do it, ma'am." And like, and Rich took me to the side and was like, "Fuck was wrong with her?" And I was like, "I have no idea, bro." Like, but I would never try to find a violin in Target. Like, what?
And also where I work, not only that, but this guy, apparently he was from New York City. He didn't have an accent on him, but he was the same height as me. We were the same height. It was odd just seeing somebody eyes to eyes. It was just odd.
We got 60. We got 50 something.
But he had a nice personality.
How tall are you?
5'3".
Oh,
Perfect
you're
size.
tiny. Okay, that makes sense.
He might be 5'2" or 5'1". I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I'm gonna say my thank you, Quest, thank you, Crab, thank you, Heather, for coming by. I'm gonna restart my stream. You're more than welcome to come back.
Good night.
But good night. And we got 30 seconds left, so I mean, I'm about to just finish right now. I'll see if you guys come back. But I'm gonna stream again. We out. As soon as I figure out how to